all of these bozos talking about recession and the world's going to end and the yen carry trade, it's going to break everything. Just don't understand the business cycle. It's not the point in the business cycle where you blow everything up. It's the time that you have a macro spasm, bit of a shock, move on, nothing to see. It's just, you've got to understand when it matters. So if you have a macro spasm here, which we had in 2018, it matters because it's pushing the economy lower towards recession. If you're on your way up, macro spasms, they're just small speed bumps.
Raoul, founder and CEO of Real Vision, has made highly optimistic predictions for the cryptocurrency market and the global economy in 2024 and 2025. Powell likens the global economic transition to the four seasons, suggesting that we are moving from macro spring into macro summer and will eventually reach macro fall by 2025. In this analogy, macro spring represents the early signs of recovery, while macro summer is characterized by increasing economic activity and the easing of central bank policies. According to Powell, the peak of liquidity and market growth will occur in macro fall, signaling a major market upturn. Powell believes that we are currently transitioning from spring to summer, with financial conditions gradually easing. He anticipates that major central banks, including the U.S. Federal Reserve, will soon begin to loosen their tightening policies, providing relief to global markets and entering what he terms the banana zone. This phase is expected to spur significant economic and market growth, driven by increased liquidity. Powell's confidence in the market is underpinned by his banana zone thesis and the broader everything code theory, which suggests that central banks will continue to use money printing as a tool to prevent severe economic declines. He predicts that, based on previous cycles, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies will significantly outperform other asset classes, leading to a potential quadrupling of the overall crypto market cap by the end of 2025. Before we continue with the rest of the video, do check out daily 5-minute crypto newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part is it's absolutely free. They'll cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 50,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
Financial conditions are loosening now that we've got the dollar falling and rates falling, and that is a leading indicator. It's a 6-month lead. We're at the point where NASDAQ should start rocketing higher. We're already starting to see it. I think that continues. That's all part of the banana zone driven by financial conditions and liquidity. Talking of liquidity, Global M2, which many of you looked at, they started breaking out. This is the year-on-year chart, and the outright chart is breaking out. Financial conditions lead it. So we should get very strong M2 rest of this year, all of next year, as we've said. Macro crypto summer, macro crypto fall, or autumn for those of you who speak the Queen's English or the King's English now. That's all part of the banana zone. That's very much getting very, very close. Global M2 versus Bitcoin. You can see the correlation, very high correlation. Global M2 is starting to go higher. It will start moving much higher soon. Bitcoin will follow suit. Global M2 leads a little bit-ish. So therefore, again, Bitcoin should start to move and get rid of this goddamn boring zone, because I'm so bored. I've got an hourly chart on my screen, which obviously you guys know I don't trade. When I set my positions ages ago, I bought again, added in this boring zone when Salana was down below 120. I'm looking at my hourly chart Salana. It's like a flat line at 145. It's just nothing going on because everybody's in the Hamptons. If you're European, you're in Ibiza, or in Spain. If you're American, you're probably in Italy because you guys are obsessed by Italy for some unknown reason. ISM, the business cycle, been flip-flopping around, as we all know. Financial conditions lead it. Blah, 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 going higher. All of these bozos talking about recession and the world's going to end and the yen carry trade, it's going to break everything. Just don't understand the business cycle. It's not the point in the business cycle where you blow everything up. It's the time that you have a macro spasm, bit of a shock, move on, nothing to see. It's just, you've got to understand when it matters. So if you have a macro spasm here, which we had in 2018, it matters because it's pushing the economy lower towards recession. If you're on your way up, macro spasms, they're just small speed bumps. So don't worry about it. It's just noise. Another nice chart. In fact, it's a beauty. It's Bitcoin last year versus Ethereum this year. It's actually remarkably weirdly similar. Again, these charts may not hold. But overall, Liquidity is coming. Market's going to go higher. Banana zone tends to start. XRP, it's like from two bull markets ago. You might be right. You might love it forever. Just please move to whatever the strong momentum is. I know there's that fear in your head is this time it'll be the big one. You'll get plenty of notification, you get back in, but don't miss the bull market because you're in a narrative of past. I begged you and begged you, don't do this. And the communities are huge. And I feel like, and I don't want to get attacked by people online for this, but I just feel like you're being done a disservice by being in a cult. Our job is to be mercenaries. We're in the job to make money, not to be a cult. Cults don't make money except for the leaders. Be a mercenary. Lend out your capital to the opportunities that will offer you the best risk-adjusted return. So I know it hurts people when I say this. Cardano, XRP, there's a whole bunch of these. I really hope you're right, but hope is not an investment strategy.
Though generally bullish on cryptocurrencies, particularly leading ones and some meme coins for those who can afford to take risks, Raoul advises caution in the crypto space. He specifically warns against investing in projects that have seen better days, citing XRP and Cardano as examples of projects that are largely reliant on past hype and unrealistic investor expectations. In contrast, Pal is highly optimistic about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Salana, and SUI, with Salana being his top pick for the 2024 and 2025 bull market. He predicts that Salana could reach as high as $2,500 per token if the bull case materializes. Pal discussed his predictions for Salana in a recent conversation with Anthony Scaramucci of Skybridge Capital, noting that while he doesn't expect Salana to overtake Ethereum by the end of the bull market, the gap between the two cryptocurrencies is likely to narrow significantly. Here are clips from the video where Pal elaborates on his views and predictions for Solana.
Solana flip Ethereum. Let me say it that way, because Solana flip Ethereum.
You know, I don't know. I don't think so. I think Solana grows massively and closes the gap massively with Ethereum. Different chains are used for different things. Ethereum is securer, is probably the chosen one for the finance industry to build on top of, whether it's layer twos or whatever, because it's very secure, very well battle tested, and very respected and still innovative. Solana seems like it's more for retail application and fast moving applications. Even maybe a crypto exchanges can build on the new Firedancer part of it because it's super fast. So I think, you know, to extract away for people watching this, like, I don't really understand this. It's really simple. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, they're all just decentralized businesses selling block space on their blockchain. And different block spaces have different attributes. And they're used for different cases. So Bitcoin is the single most secure. So right now, its main use case is just Bitcoin itself. And it's perfect in that way. Ethereum, DeFi has really been the big thing. And obviously NFTs were very big, but that's also gone to Solana. So valuable transactions, if banks are going to transfer hundreds of gazillions of dollars between each other, Ethereum is likely the chain of choice. Solana, for lots of rapid transactions, it's the right choice. We will see other things, whether it's, you know, Sui, which is the Mistin Labs one, or Avalanche or others for gaming, or for other applications like converting the old Web 2 social media into Web 3 or music. They will all find different blockchains that better suit their purpose.
At the end of this cycle, meaning, you know, we get closer to another Bitcoin halving, Solana's where?
Look, it's probably north of 1,000. I think the range for me is worst case is 800, mid case is like 1,200, upper case in a blow off top would be 2,500. So don't cut off that 2,500 bit at the end and says Raoul Pal says 2,500.
No.
Personally,
I actually think it's 1,000. So I'm not going to push you to 2,500. But you know, if it is 1,000, right? It's really, you tell me, its fully diluted market cap right now is 83 billion. You're talking about $400 to $600 billion of market cap.
Yeah.
Or something that is this unbelievable decentralized software that could facilitate large scale trillions of transactions at very low cost for a global society. So I don't know. You tell me what the banks are worth. You know, do you think, if this thing is going to replace a lot of banking transactions, shouldn't it be worth at least $1 trillion?
I think all of these big blockchains will be worth multiple trillions of dollars because these are not single applications. They're entire networks of which you can build entire other businesses upon. These are immensely valuable things, but the applications haven't yet been built on it. So, yeah, I think you're dead right. This cycle is not where these things are going. I think this space goes from 2 trillion today to 100 trillion by 2032, 2034.
In other news, an ex-user known as Bitcoin Having has compiled a list of the top 50 price predictions for Bitcoin for this cycle, showcasing insights from various prominent figures on Bitcoin's potential by 2025. Among the notable predictions, former BitM CEO Arthur Hayes and Gen 3 Samson foresee Bitcoin reaching $1 million, a figure also predicted by Adam Back, Dr. K. Pierre Rosard, and Darren Feinstein. Billionaire venture capitalist Chamath Palihapitiya anticipates a range between $497,900 and $1 million, while anonymous analyst Plan B, using his stock-to-flow model, provides a range of $250,000 to $1 million. Fellow analyst Willy Woo offers a more conservative prediction of $337,000. Galaxy Digital's Mike Novogratz predicts Bitcoin could hit $400,000 by 2025, and financial author Robert Kiyosaki expects it to reach $300,000. Strike CEO Jack Mallers forecasts a range between $250,000 and $1 million, with Tim Draper and Hunter Horsley also predicting $250,000 at the peak of the bull market. Max Kaiser's prediction stands at $220,000, while Anthony Scaramucci and Mark Yusko have slightly more conservative estimates of $170,000 and $160,000, respectively, similar to Michael Saylor's $150,000 forecast. What are your predictions for Bitcoin in 2025 and beyond? Please share your thoughts on these predictions, as well as your own price forecasts, in the comments section below. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.